There's something my friend always says, which is what you accept will continue. If somebody disrespects you, right, and keeps disrespecting you, and you stay there, you don't say a word, or maybe you get angry and then they say some sweet words and then you change your mind, then it shows that you don't even know who you are, you don't know what you deserve. What is going on, guys? Josh Love Talk here. Hope you guys are doing well. Few days ago, I received an email from this lady. She was asking me what she should do because she's in a relationship. She had been with this guy for a couple of years, and she's noticed that she is the only person giving, right? She's investing emotionally, physically, mentally, materially, but not getting anything back. Or the guy is just doing the bare minimum. And she feels she keeps getting disrespected. Every time it comes up, the guy disrespects her in words, I believe. And she was asking me what should she do. I thought this was a good reason to make this video because I want to share with you guys reasons why you would get disrespected by your partner, or reasons why you get disrespected in a relationship. And at the end of this video, I would also say what I feel you should do about it. So make sure you watch this video to the end. If you would like to send me an email, you've got dating dilemmas or relationship dilemmas you want to share with me, please send it to my email address, hello@joshlovetalk.com. Before I get into the video, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I post my videos. The first reason I want to talk about is why you could be getting disrespected in your relationship is that the person you're with didn't see you as their number one choice. You're somebody they settled for. I know it's easy to think that people always get into relationships for the right reasons because, you want to journey through life with this person. You love them so much and hopefully get married and have a family and all this nice stuff. Sadly, it's not always the case. Some people get into relationships with you out of convenience. When they know they can benefit more from you, when they believe they can benefit from having you around by securing you in the space of a relationship, this could happen. And this tends to happen to people that give so much. Like in the beginning, I've met some people who in the dating stage, they were doing too much. They were going above and beyond. They didn't care about what the other person was giving or not giving. They were just invested because they saw this person as the one. And they believed that the more they gave, the more things will work out. This is dangerous. This is it's a dangerous move because when the other person is not giving, it means they're not as invested in you. And you being the person invested means you are going to be hooked in that relationship because you have more to lose. You're the person that's giving. You have much more to lose, which gives the other person absolute power. When people have power, they tend to abuse it. And this is why you could be getting disrespected in that relationship because this person knows that you are so invested. It doesn't matter what they do, you are probably not going to leave. And if you notice, every time they talk to you anyhow, you get angry about it, but you always find a way to come back. You find a way to resolve it. This is why you keep getting disrespected. The second reason is that they want out of the relationship. There are some cases where people have checked out. They've left you emotionally. They're still there physically, or even in some cases, they're gone physically, but they're there by title. They're still your man or your woman, but they've checked out. They've left. But they don't want to be the one to do the breakup. They want you to do the breakup. So what did they do to instigate it? They start treating you unfairly. They start disrespecting you. They start hurting you. They start doing things that would make you want to break up with them. And this is another reason why you might be getting disrespected in your relationship. When you see that your partner starts acting up, they're not doing the things they used to do. They try to avoid conversations. They don't take you out anymore. They don't care about your birthdays. They don't care about you. They don't care about the growth of the relationship. Chances are that they want out, and you need to sit down and have that conversation. Don't bother about the reason. I feel like in most cases it's because there's somebody else, okay? But that's not even the point. If you're not getting what you deserve from the relationships. Ask the question, ask what's going on. And here is a sign that they've wanted to break up with you. See, when you get to that point where you're having that conversation with them and saying that, you know what, this has not been working out. I think we should go our separate ways. I don't think you want this anymore. And they say to you, and their response is something like this. Is that what you really want? Okay. If that's what you want, you know what? I respect it. If they give a response like that, believe me, they've been wanting to break up with you for ages. They just wanted you to do it. Because anyone that likes you, anyone that's interested in you or see a future with you would resist. They would ask, what's happened here? Like, how did we get here? What's gone wrong? I thought we we're in a good place. There will be some type of resistance. But if there's no resistance, they just willingly accept. Trust me, they wanted to break up with you. And a lot of times, like I said, it's because there's somebody else. So don't be surprised if few weeks down the line, you see a photo of them and somebody else on Instagram. The third reason the person you're with will disrespect you is because they don't see you as valuable. They don't feel like you have any value to add. When you're adding value, you're an asset. When you are not adding value, you are a liability. And people don't tend to favor whoever they feel is a liability, because being a liability is like you are just taking from them, like you're not giving anything back. They don't feel like they need you for anything. Like you could leave tomorrow and they wouldn't care. They see you as very, very replaceable. You're not that much of a big deal to them. And when this happens, they don't care how they talk to you, because they feel like, what are you going to do? You're going to leave? Bye? Like, you're not doing anything for me anyways. In those kind of situations, I feel like you should just walk away, because when somebody don't see you as valuable, they almost treat you as if you're their property. It's like, if you step out of line, if you go against what they want, then the disrespect comes in, and this can lead to physical abuse, emotional, mental, financial abuse. So what I would say is, before you get into a relationship, always find where you can add value. Always find where you can add value and make sure it's the value that this other person needs. It's not enough to be in a relationship just for vibes and chemistry and this person looks good, is my type on paper. I mean, this is if you're serious about relationships, right? Because all those things are going to fade away. You want to be in a place where you both value one another. You both know that, you know what, this person is adding something to me as much as I'm adding something to them. Don't just be that kind of person that gets into a relationship for what you can get. If you go there for superficial reasons, those are going to fade away. And when it does, and you have nothing else to offer, you are going to start getting disrespected. And the last reason is they know that you will not walk away. This happens a lot. I think this is probably the most common reason for disrespect, for being treated badly in a relationship. If the person you're with knows that regardless what they do, regardless how they treat you, regardless what they say to you, you would always be there. It's never going to stop. If anything, it's going to get worse. You have to put yourself in a place where the person you're with knows that this person can leave me at any point in time. And I know some of you want to do this whole ride or die thing. No, you're going to die. When I say die, you're not going to die physically. You're not going to die physically, but you will die emotionally. Your self-worth is going to die. Your self-confidence is going to die. Your perception of yourself being valuable is going to die. And this is how some people come out of relationships broken into pieces, because they didn't walk away when they should have. And I feel like it's important when you're getting into a relationship to always build your self-esteem and your self-worth. Because if you don't, you'll struggle to walk away. And when you don't walk away, then you're open to different types of abuse. Okay? You're open to different type of abuse. This one last thing I want to add. I know some people are going to say, well, you know, people that are narcissists are narcissists. It doesn't matter what you do. That's fair. I completely understand that. I always want to come from the perspective of what you can do, okay, as opposed to what the other person is, because you have no control over how somebody else is going to behave or somebody else's personality. You have control over yourself. And that's the perspective to always come from, because you can change the things you can control. You cannot change how somebody else sees you or what somebody else is going to do. And the way to get out of this, if you feel like you're being disrespected, if you feel like you are not being treated in the way that you deserve it, the way to get out of this is to stop accepting it. There's something my friend always says, which is, what you accept will continue. If somebody disrespects you, right, and keeps disrespecting you, and you stay there, you don't say a word, or maybe you get angry and then they say some sweet words and then you change your mind, then it shows that you don't even know who you are. You don't know what you deserve. When people are disrespecting you, you need to have zero tolerance to being disrespected, especially in the relationship phase. If you're just in a relationship, can you imagine what happens when you get married? If you accept disrespect when you're in a relationship, can you imagine what happens when you get married? Trust me, it's going to get worse. That's what's going to happen. So do not stand for disrespect. Do not accept it. Okay. If somebody is disrespecting you, you need to let them know that this is not how I am going to be treated. And if it persists, you have to be ready to walk away. And that is what knowing your self-worth is. Knowing your self-worth is knowing that irrespective of how I feel about you, irrespective of how much I love you and how much I want this to work, myself is valuable, that I'm going to leave all of that on the table and walk away. That is what self-worth is. And that's what you need to be displaying. When you display self-worth, people will be forced, whether they like it or not, they'll be forced to respect you. And in cases where they do not, you know you are going to be out of the door. Either way, you stop getting disrespected. Guys, let me know what you think. Please leave a note in the comment if you've been disrespected and how did you handle it. Let me know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.